Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we're going to be making a hair bonnet, and I have two fabrics here. I have one peach and one dark green. So let's get started. So first things first, you're going to go ahead and fold your fabric into two. I am using a doll face satin fabric. You can use whatever fabric you have, but I advise to use a satin or a duchess, whatever shining fabric you have. And let's get started. So next thing we're going to do is fold the fabric into four. I've gone ahead to do that, and then I'm going to be placing my measurements. So you're going to mark out whatever you have. So I have 15 inches here, and I'm going to mark it out. Ensure that you measure it in order to not have conflicting measurements. Okay, so whatever you have at the right side, you're going to place it at the other side. Okay, so we're going to mark 15 inches all around. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it all around just as you see me doing. So guys, you're going to mark that all around, and after marking I'm going to connect the dots together. So connect the dots together just as you see me doing, and don't forget that you're going to be folding this by 4. Okay, so don't forget to fold it by 4, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this out right now. So guys, let's cut it out. This is what we have, guys. Next thing we're going to be doing is to cut whatever we have on the green fabric on the peach fabric. So I'm going to head to fold the peach fabric into two, and I'm just going to open the green fabric into a semicircle, and I'm going to place it on my peach fabric, and then I'm going to cut it out. Okay, so guys, this is what we have. Next thing we're going to be doing right now is to open it up. So when you open it up, you ought to have a full circle just like this. You ought to have a full circle just like this, and you're going to place it right sides facing each other. Okay, ensure that you place them right sides facing each other, and then we're going to go ahead and align that together, and we're going to now stitch by half an inch. Okay, so you're going to stitch it by half an inch all around. Okay, so half an inch. Okay, you could use more, but I recommend you use half an inch to stitch it all around. Right now I'm just going to mark half an inch, and then I'm going to pin this down. Going to take it to your sewing machine, and you're going to sew it all around. Okay, so guys, you're going to sew it all around. Okay, next thing we're going to do is, after sewing, I left a little hole there so that you'll be able to flip your fabric, and then right now we're going to trim out the excess fabric that we have there. So just go ahead and trim that out, and then notch it. I'm notching it, and after trimming and notching, this is what I have. So locate the edge, the hole you left, the space you left, and flip the bonnet to the other side. Okay, so you're going to flip it over to the other side, and this is what we have, guys. So you're going to go ahead right now and iron this out. So guys, I've neatly ironed it, and you can see it's looking better already. Next thing we're going to do is to mark out 2 inches. Mark out 2 inches all around, and another ½ inch for your elastic space. Okay, so this ½ inch I'm adding is the space I'm going to pass my elastic through. If you have a bigger elastic, you could mark out 1 inch. My elastic is about ½ inch, that's why I marked ½ inch, and then that's going to be the space. I'm going to go ahead and stitch it on each of the line. Okay, I've gone ahead to stitch it, and this is what we have. As you can see, I have about ½ inch space for my elastic to pass through. Now, when stitching, I left a little space so I'll be able to pass my elastic through, and we're going to cut out the elastic. In order to get the round, you're going to measure the round of your head. The round of my head is 22 inches, and I added 2 inches for allowance. Okay, so my round is 22 inches, and I added 2 inches for allowance in order to tie my knots. So I'm going to cut that at 24 inches. So this is it, guys. As you can see, I have 24 inches. 22 is my head, and 2 inches for allowance to tie the knot. Next thing I'm going to be doing right now is to be using my safety pin to pass this elastic through the space. As you can see, I left a little space in order to pass my elastic through, and I'm going to be using my safety pin to do this. So guys, we're going to pass this through. Okay, so guys, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to pass it. Ensure that you use a pin to hold the other side so it doesn't go through. So guys, I'm going to go ahead to tie this into a very strong knot. So you're going to tie it. Make sure that you tie it well so that it does not loose inside the bonnet. Okay, and then I'm tying this up. Please do ensure you tie it well. Secure it very well, and then you're going to put it into the space that you have. So just use your hand to push it back into the space, and then right now we're going to be adjusting it a little bit, yeah, so that it is inside. And then next thing we're going to do is to ensure that the elastic is nicely arranged. And then after doing that, you're going to locate that space so that you can close it up. I'm going to go ahead and close up the little opening I left. Stitch it down. Ensure you don't stitch on the elastic though. And then I'm going to locate the other opening I left at the edge of the joining, and I'm going to stitch that down. So you could stitch that with an invisible stitch using a needle and thread, or you could use a gum, but I'm just doing a top stitch on that. And then that's it, guys. So this is what our hair bonnet is looking like, and it is looking really good. You can make this for personal use, for sale, and whatever. You can make it for family and friends. And as you can see, it's looking really beautiful. Ensure that you adjust your elastic in order for it to be neatly aligned and arranged. And that's what we have, guys. Thank you so much for staying up until this point. I really appreciate, and I am so glad you watched it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something today. And you can wear it from the pink side or from the green side, depending on the parts you prefer. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and please turn on the notification bell. Bye.